Hey everyone, my name is Jason. I'm the community manager at Coffee Stain Studios, and today I don't have any cool like content or teasers or anything like that, no leaks, but I do have information. We have a release date for Update 4 on Experimental. Previously we had said maybe March 9th, maybe March 16th. Can confirm now that March 16th is the date that we're going for. We're really sure, 99% sure, that we can hit March 16th. You never know with game devs, something crazy might happen and maybe there'll be a delay, but we're pretty certain that we're good for March 16th. We still get questions now, why does it go to Experimental first? And basically it's because we want the early access branch to be stable, basically. That's our stable branch. And we do everything we can to make sure that with testing internally to make sure that the game is as stable as possible when we bring it to experimental, but we can never really be sure. There's only like 30, 40 of us or something like that, and there's a bajillion of you guys, and the feedback and the crash reports and all that kind of stuff that we get from you guys in the community is just on a level that we couldn't get ourselves when testing internally. So we always put this stuff out, all of our updates out on experimental first. We gather as much information and feedback from you guys as possible, fix any bugs, all that kind of stuff, stabilize the game, and then once it's stable, we bring it over to early access, and that's just kind of the procedure that we have. You might be wondering then, so when's it going to be on early access then? Don't know. That completely depends on the feedback we get from you guys, right? But we kind of have a rough plan, and our rough plan is we want to be on experimental for maybe about a month it'll take to stabilize it, is our guess. But this completely depends on, like I said, what information we get from you guys. So take that date with a grain of salt. It could be a month after that, it could be 2 months after that if things really aren't going well. But we'll get it over to early access as soon as we can. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, I'm on early access. How do I get in on this experimental stuff? I want to fly close to the sun. I want to live life on the edge, right? I don't care if it's unstable. I want Update 4 the second it drops. How do I get experimental? I hear you say. Okay, so everyone has access to experimental. If you are on the Epic version of the game, in your Epic library, you actually will just have 2 versions of Satisfactory there. One's experimental, one's early access. Download the experimental one and play. If you're on Steam and you want access to the experimental version, you just find Satisfactory in your Steam library and you right-click on it, go to Properties, select Betas. There's a drop-down box, and then choose Experimental from the drop-down box. And that's all it is. The game will re-download the experimental version of the game. One thing that you should be wary of is your save files. Whenever changing versions, always back up your saves. Save files from early access to experimental are supported, not necessarily the other way around. And then also experimental is unstable, so you never know what's going to happen. Maybe you need to revert, but then you can't, and you've lost your save files now. So back up your saves. I'll leave the path to your save files in the description down below. Back them up before changing branches like that, okay? Yeah, so that's it. You know when it's coming to experimental. You kind of know when maybe it's coming to early access. You now know how to get experimental if you didn't already. And yeah, Update 4 coming March 16th. We will also do a big stream. So we stream every week at twitch.tv/CoffeeStainStudiosDevs, and we will do a special stream on March 16th for the release of Update 4 if you want to hang out with us at that time. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I know it was just a lot of talking, a lot of information, but I hope you found it interesting and useful, and I hope you have a lovely weekend this weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.